Hello, my loves. I'll wait a few moments for everyone to pop on, to pop in, to drop in, to come on board. So I'm coming to you obviously from a different location, as we are all used to the beautiful setting of the interior space of Shakti Yoga in the city of Buffalo on the west side in the US of A, East Coast. I took a couple days to be by nature. I've got a beautiful lake behind me. I'm on a deck, the beautiful open sky, and all the leaves are currently changing. So I took a couple days to be with nature, and I thought, why not stay just a little longer? Why not stay just a little longer? And, offer session from here, right? Because Shakti is everywhere, because altars are everywhere, because temples are everywhere, because our practice is everywhere, because we are everywhere. We are not the body. We are not the body, right? We are everywhere. We are the air. We are the water. We are the earth. We are the sky, etc., etc. And, most of you know that sessions with me are really just reminders and guidance on what we already know. We just forget. So this time here, poised with the open sky, there's a boat going by right now. I'm sure it's going to sound different. I'm sure it looks different. But so be it, right? Let's tune in. Come into a comfortable seat. Move the body around a little bit. You'll notice that I often begin my tuning in process with a gentle rubbing of my palms. This gives me a chance to balance my energy. There's a right energy, there's a left energy, the Ida and the Pingala, and they meet in the center, they meet at the Sushumna. So this gentle rubbing of the palms gives me, and potentially us if you care to join me, opportunity to meet in the middle, to become joined, to truly become yogad, this blend of the male and the female energy that we both have, that dominant side, that fiery side, that very direct side within each and every one of us, and then that more passive, cooler, flowier side. The side that is of action meets the side that is of receiving. Breathe in. If you care to join me, please bow inward in gratitude. And the greatest prayer we have, the greatest gift we have, is just simply taking some time to say thank you. To say thank you, to check in with what we have, to count our blessings, to live in a place of gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for showing up to be part of my day and my sadhana, my practice. I'm here poised out on a beautiful lake, water behind me. You can probably hear a boat is about to pass by. Took a couple days to be with nature and was supposed to leave last night to come back to studio this morning, and I thought, you know what? Let me just stay the afternoon. It's going to be beautiful. I can reach everybody here. What a nice opportunity, right, for us to be in and of nature together, right? So even if you're not seated outside, you kind of get the feeling of being in and with nature. And as I said a few moments ago, the Shakti, the creative energy, the rhythm of life is everywhere, right? It's not just inside that beautiful building that I present and share from, right? It's everywhere, and we are everywhere. We are it, right? When I came out here a couple hours ago to start my practice with my breath work before the physical asana practice, let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm hoping everything's okay. You know, I didn't do any test because I wanted to be as spontaneous as possible. I wanted it to be as fresh as possible. So just, you know, send me a thumbs up if sound is okay, and if sight is okay. Not there's too much that I can do about it, at the mercy of the sun. Thumbs up? No thumbs up. Are we good? I hope we're good. Are we frozen? Okay, there we go. Thank you. So as I came out earlier I love watching those hearts and thumbs up and whatever the other ones are, like just float up, little bubbles. As I came out here to begin my practice, thank you. I always start it with some pranayama, some breath work. And I was doing Kapalabhati, the shining crown breath, which is a very fast, rapid breath in the lower belly and in the diaphragm. And that bird, I don't know if you can hear it, that steady chirp started the second I started my breath work. And we were so in sync. And it was as if he was joining me. But the reality behind it is I was joining him, right? He was here first. This is his turf, this is his earth. It also is mine, but it gave me such a humble awareness of sharing space with creatures, with beings of nature. And at first it was as if he was joining me, but you know, the reality is I was joining him. And that's the yoga, to join, you know. So a question that might come through today for each and every one of us is, you know, how do we get out of our own way? You know, we're kind of brats, right? Myself included. We want what we want. We hold tightly. We focus on the problems. We always want more. Beginning from a place of gratitude and really checking in, say like, how can I meet this day? How can I join to this earth, this planet, these human beings? There's so much available to us, for us, to connect to and with. And we just need to wake, right? We need to wake the mind, we need to wake the heart, we need to wake the body in such a way that we become realized, right? I talk about it when we're fortunate enough to be in the same space on the mat during the physical asana practice. I talk about the practice of yoga is practice of becoming realized, to realize one's greatest potential that is so beyond the body, right? We are in and of and with nature. We are natural creatures. We are Shakti, creative energy. And the gift for me today to just be poised out here with water and earth and sky and birds, it just reminds me of just that. The practice gives us a chance to clear out some of the stuff that gets in our way. And stuff is always going to get in our way. Stuff is always going to get in our way. It's raining. How cool is that? There's like these beautiful little drops on me. I wonder if it's going to like turn into a hailstorm here or something. That'll be really interesting to be in and of nature. So the practice is how to clear out. I think I put in the little wall post the other day, something like, the clearing out of one's negativity is what attracts the positivity. So we must be conscious, like what kind of work are we doing? What kind of practice do we have? And it doesn't have to be an hour or 2 hours. You don't have to know how to stand on your head. It could be 10 minutes, right? But what kind of practice are we doing that we can wake the eye to go, oh yeah, I'm a natural creature. I am in and of this earth and this planet, this pulse. And all of that is so beyond our personal issues. And all of that is even beyond our global issues and our world, the issues of our country, right? Because there's so much that can plague us. There's so much that can shut us and clamp us that we forget we're in this little dance with nature. The true state of yoga is just to be in the vibe of it, right? Just to be in the vibe of the universe. The ancient rishis, the great sages, the knowers, right? The elders, they were just simply tapped in. And they recognized that we were getting further and further away from nature, from earth, from being harmonized, from being truly yoga'd. So the actual practice, the physical practice of yoga, came by way of noticing that we were not in tune with what was there. Right? So I think that's pretty safe to say that saga continues to plague us, and there's more evidence of that plague right now. So we get a chance to recalibrate, to recenter, to rebalance in such a way that we can be with the natural pulse of our existence. The Hari Om, we are all one, right? No matter what your preference is, no matter what your history is, no matter what side you're on, we are all one. And those birds that were chirping with me today during my breath work, completely in sync, completely in rhythm, was this wonderful, wonderful reminder, So I pass it and I share it, and I just want you guys to find your own, right? I just want you to find your own. So let's settle into our seats. And, remember, you're taking a seat that is supporting who you are right now. You are ever changing, right? So you got to check in, pay attention, see who you are right now, what's happening, what kind of energy is moving through you, or the lack of, right? If you're feeling maybe super hyper or tense, maybe today's the day you plop into the earth and you lie low. If you're feeling fatigued, maybe you sit up just to rechannel the energy more upright. Maybe you need to lean back. See how it goes. Breathe in through your nose and out through the mouth. Again. One more. Drop into whatever area is contacting the earth thus far. truly finding your ground base. And how we do that is relinquishing some tension. You'll notice tension grips up. We're asking the tension to be released from the body. We're asking ourselves to release the control and the hold that we have on the tension itself in such a way that we can drop down toward the ground. Feel the self submerging, descending. And it requires a settling. It requires a little compromise. It requires you to say, okay, I'm not gonna choose to fixate on that right now. I'm gonna try to really be here right now. I'm gonna let that go for like 5 minutes, right? So there's kind of tolerating of the monkey mind, the jumping mind, the mind that likes to fixate or poke or gnaw. Maybe it's on one specific thought, or maybe it's bouncing all over the place, or maybe it's a blank slate and you're wondering what the thought should be. In any of those cases, we want to tolerate the monkey mind. So that means we're not going to demand it to stop. We're going to accept it. Because it's a natural creature inside our heads. There's a little monkey jumping around your brain. And how we accept it, how we just have a nice look at it as it jumps, is we soften. We just simply let it bounce for a little while. And more than likely, the grace, the beauty, the transformation that starts to occur is the monkey mind starts to tire itself out as we accept it in its jump. And we start to find and feel and see and hear more other than the self. We start to become joined to this world that we happen to be living in right now. We are more than our thoughts. We are more than our body. Let's go to the breath. Remember to soften internally at the organs and externally at the skin. Notice the movement inside. And the slowing and the steadying of one's breath as it moves inside the body pacifies the jump of the monkey mind. Observe the breath as it moves from the navel to the chest on the inhale, and the chest to the navel on the exhale. Allow this movement of breath inside the body to ooze out the pores of your skin on the exhale. Starting to join yourself to your personal environment and space where you are placed. Starting to perhaps join yourself to all other fellow living, breathing beings on this planet. All that is nature and of it. And if you care to go further, if you have a faith-based practice, joining yourself to divine light, to higher source. Make it work for you. There's no right or wrong. There's no rules. This is not a religion. This is an awareness-based journey on becoming joined and becoming united to all that lives and breathes around us. Let's go ahead and go a little further. Empty the breath from the underbelly. Slowly breathe in. Gently retain in. Gradually breathe out. Gently retain in. Slowly breathe in. Gently retain in. Gradually breathe out. Gently retain in. And breathe in. Retain. Breathe out. Retain. Breathe in. Retain. Breathe out. Retain. Release the lock of your lower belly. Let the breath go, let the breath flow, acknowledging that flow is a natural state of being. Acknowledging that breath is a natural experience. And just for a few more moments, let's hold space for each other. No matter where you are, let's hold space for each other to just simply sit in observance of this natural process occurring inside of us. And as the breath occurs inside, we ooze it out the pores of the skin to deepen our relationship to all living, breathing beings around us. All that is in and of nature, including oneself. Allowing the breath to create a healthy merge, a blessed union, a true yoga. Let's slowly bring the hands together at the center of the heart and allowing this prayer-like gesture to cue us into gratitude again, to allow gratitude to become a habit, allow gratitude to become the practice, giving thanks for the current state of one's existence, the opportunity to wake and become more aware and more tuned in to all that is around us and within us. Breathe in. Namaste. I'm still here, far, far away in the weird shadow of the light. So, thank you as always for joining me in this centering time, this time to just sit and feel more connected to our breath and to the world. Even though that's oh so challenging, we remind ourselves that nature is a wonderful way to help us connect, So keep checking in with it as best you can, especially during fall if you're on the East Coast, to experience the incredible turn. Those of you that are local, I will be in the parking lot for asana flow practice this evening at 6 o'clock. Those of you that are new to this segment, I'm with you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon, committed to providing a little bit of guidance and a few reminders on just simply sitting. And I will be back at Shakti, a beautiful space, on Wednesday for that. I'm grateful for any and all contributions that come in for my time. I've shifted. And I operate completely of service right now and am surviving. I'm surviving solely by donations. It puts food on my table and it keeps the bills paid. And hopefully at some point we will all return to our beautiful sacred space on Grant Street in the city of Buffalo. And I will continue to provide, to take time to provide these segments, forever if I can, who knows. So let us seal it up. I think our friend, my dear heart, Christina, my assistant, is with me, and she'll post all the information on how you can find me. Have the best day that you can have today. Have the best day that you can have today, right? Frame it around what's occurring for you today in the here and the now. Let's seal it up. Let's send it out because we can. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with an easy heart. Namaste.